This week on Convincing Idiots podcast number 271, it's Convincing Christmas 6. And Millennial Santa and our friends here are going to bring you an actual teacher gets a role on Stranger Things. We'll tell you about that. Dog cloning. Are we for it? Are we against it? Warner Brothers battle of takeover between Netflix and Paramount. What do we think about that? What do we think about the future of theater viewing in general? In our Ask an Idiot segment, Christmas toys. As young kids, is there anything we really wanted but didn't get, and we still want that gift today? In our main topic, we're going to bring you our own versions of an idiot Christmas carol. Keep listening, keep watching, and let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right, test.
Test.
You call it again?
Convincing idiots.
Convincing idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the Millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Caucasian.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Well, hello out there, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. I am Millennial Nick.
And next, Brian.
And we are currently awaiting the arrival of our Zennial Dean. But without further ado, if you have not joined us before, allow me to introduce ourselves. We are Convincing Idiots, a weekly podcast of three friends, typically representing three different generations. We get together here each and every week to discuss all things nerd and pop culture. So if you've not already done so, you're going to want to find us on your favorite social media accounts, naturally. You can do so by going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Linktree. That's Linkree. And right there, conveniently displayed for you, is all of our social media accounts, as well as where you can subscribe to this podcast each and every week. A link to our merch store if you're running out of time to buy something for a loved one in your life for Christmas. And also a link to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. Of course, you can go there directly yourselves for all kinds of fun activities there as well. This is Convincing Christmas, Brian. This is our
Number 6.
Christmas episode, sixth
Mhm.
annual Convincing Christmas. So probably remains to be seen whether or not this is our last show before Christmas, depending on how schedules work out or whatever. We thought,
Right.
here we are, we're getting close enough to the Christmas season. Let's do our Christmas episode this week. So as we kick off the Yuletide festivities, Brian, what are you drinking this evening?
Well, I'm keeping it Christmassy. I'm having some of my Sam Adams holiday pack here. So I'm having an Old Fezziwig.
Okay.
So it's ale brew with cinnamon, ginger, and orange peel. It's only in their annual holiday pack, but very, very good brew. How about you, sir?
Good choice. I'm going with my favorite beer of the season and potentially my favorite beer of all time, and that would be Aunt Marge's Xmas Sleigh from Magic City Brewing Company, the winter ale. Although this one was canned for me at the Rabbit Hole, their new location in
nice.
Merriman Valley. I went on a bit of a wild goose chase this weekend to try to get some. I went to Magic City to go have an Aunt Marge. I knew they were out of it, like in the cans, so I went there to just have some on draft on Saturday, and then they were out there. So they were like, you might want to check the rabbit hole. They might still have some. So I went down there and got some canned, and I was luckily that I went there. I had two there sitting at the bar, and then eventually while I was there, they ran out of it there as well. So
Wow.
I think they've re-released some now though at the original. So, but that's
Have to go.
that's the way to go. Mm-hmm.
Have to go. Yeah, no, we went a
Mhm.
couple of years ago now. Gosh, was it 2 years ago now already? Right around Thanksgiving, night before Thanksgiving, I think it was.
We were
We
there
went.
last year. Yeah, you were there. I was gonna say we went there last year. Usually
So was this last year? Okay. All right.
they release it, on Thanksgiving Eve, and so we were there last year for that. But yeah, very very good beer. One of my favorites of all time.
Yeah,
So,
very good.
yeah, can't go wrong.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Well, is that I am dressed as Millennial Santa. If you're watching it on video,
Yes.
yes. The fact I'm not bringing any lattes and things like that to the millennials just quite yet. I have a lot brewing back here. We have all the elves getting the barista glasses ready and that type of thing, Nick. So
Yes.
yes.
Doing right by the millennials, and we appreciate all that you do all year round for us, Millennial Santa. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. But tonight I just have some headlines as my gift to bring joy to the world.
Let's get into
Nick,
it.
this evening. That's right.
Love it.
Start with a feel-good story. I like this story. So, are you watching Stranger Things on Netflix,
yes, I
sir?
am. And I'm proud to report for the first time, with this show in a very long time, I'm caught up. I'm caught up to what is currently released. So, yes, we are watching Stranger Things.
Excellent. I am caught up as well. It took me a minute to get caught up here, but I'm enjoying the season here so far.
Yeah, me too.
But there's a character there that I know so in the when the kids were escaping from that cabin, right? So
Yeah.
through the hole in the ground, there's a teacher or a counselor in the cabin. There's a lady had like frizzy hair and big glasses. I
Yes.
know you'd recognize her if you saw her. I did not realize this, but so that woman is an actual teacher. She's been teaching for 30 years. The Duffer Brothers created Netflix. Okay, these two guys. That woman is a former teacher of the Duffer Brothers.
Really?
Yes. So she was a drama teacher in high school. They met her when they were freshmen at a high school in Durham, North Carolina. And they credit her for encouraging them as young people to pursue their dreams and to she embraced their artistic. She knew they were artists. She said they weren't really actors, but she kind of gave them things to do to encourage them to, with their filming and creativity and all that type of stuff. And obviously they never forgot that and reached out to her and offered her a role in this series. And of course she took it.
Yeah.
I just think that is very cool. So the teacher's name is, we'll find it here in
It'd be
one
great
second.
if you don't even know her first name. They just call her like Mrs. like Lieberman.
Is that good?
You don't even know her first name.
It's Mrs. Love. I know that here.
Oh,
So I do
okay.
see Hines Love. Hope Hines Love. That's her name.
Hope Hines Love.
Hope Hines Love. Yes.
Okay.
So
That's incredible. How fucking cool is that?
Yeah. And they said, again, they just wanted to pay tribute to her and all teachers out there who, again, they just embrace their, they promote creativity and everything else there. Anyways, there's a lot more to the story, but that's the essence of it there too. So I don't know. I just love it. I think it's a great way to honor, and it's very, very cool that they remembered that. And what a nice way to recognize a teacher that motivated them. I don't know if you have any other thoughts on it, Nick.
Well, it just goes to show you, right, that like to be encouraging to a child, a student, whatever, like goes a long way for somebody. You know what I mean? The fact that they never forgot that. It's very cool that I mean, like you said, would you say she knew that they weren't like necessarily like the acting
Hmm.
type or whatever, but they were creative and they were artistic and super cool. It just goes to show you, don't be dicks to kids because you never know what
Yeah,
they're going to grow up to do and if they're going to remember you kindly or not. Um, it's kind of one of the reasons that I'm nice to as many people as I can be because you just never know who you cross paths with
that's right.
that you could be nice to, and on a wider spectrum to look at it, it's nice to be nice to people because you never know whose day you can positively impact.
Right.
On the second hand, on the selfish side, you never know who has no real family or anyone that's nice to them otherwise,
Hmm.
and they might
You're
be
right.
loaded and they might die and leave you with everything. You just don't know.
You
So
never know. You
that's
never know.
super cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cheers to teachers out there. We'll give
Cheers to
a
teachers.
toast here at Christmas time.
You don't get paid enough, and I'm not just saying that because I'm hoping that you'll leave me in your will. It's
That,
cheers to teachers.
that is true. Real quick here, do you have a teacher that made an impact
Oh yeah,
you want to recognize real quick?
yeah, yeah. I would have to say there was a few, but certainly probably the biggest one in my life was Mr. Bruner. He
Hmm.
was he was an English teacher in the eighth grade for me, and towards in middle school, I was starting to kind of fall off with my grades. I was having trouble
Hmm.
concentrating. I just wasn't engaged, never working as hard as I could. And Mr. Bruner was a teacher that I responded well to. He was kind of one of those stern but fair. He got the rap from a lot of the kids that would kind of fuck off of being like a hard ass and like, people didn't like him, but I always felt he was super fair and he always treated me really well and we had like a real good connection. We did like a Mr. Feeney thing too. I had him as a middle school teacher and then
Hmm.
for my last 2 years of high school, he actually ended up coming to my high school. So I'd see him there too, which was really cool. But yeah, Mr. Bruner was, I think, very important in a kind of that area in my life where you're flipping over from, school and doing easier things to applying yourself and kind of flipping that switch to kind of taking on more of an adult approach or an approach to school that will lead you to a path to adulthood kind of thing. But yeah, he was definitely very helpful for me in my formative years. So I would cast Mr. Bruner if Mr. Bruner was lucky enough to have mentored me and I was going to be successful at something. Um, I could look out for him. I could probably get him a job at working at a water softener place if he needed to. But other than that,
Hmm.
I can't help him. So, what about you?
Well, he could be an intern on the global
Yeah,
Convincing Idiots podcast, perhaps.
I'm
Yeah,
sure he'd love to run our merch store or something.
sure, absolutely. Reach out. For me, I mentioned her a while ago, but no relation. Her name was Mrs. Fisher.
Uh-huh.
My third grade teacher in 1977 and 1977, as you probably know as well, that's the year that Star Wars released in the theater, and she was a huge fan. And I was as a child, and I thought she was one of the coolest teachers I ever had because she had Star Wars posters in the classroom. She made a homemade Darth Vader Halloween costume that year, which, this is well before they had the big, fancy costumes, this and that and the other, but she came in with a full helmet, everything,
Yeah.
super duper cool, and really encouraged me to embrace my creative side at the time because I was starting to draw and this and that and the other. So she saw me doodling one day and she had me draw Star Wars figures. So I drew the whole cast, like the main cast, and she
Yeah.
had me color them. She laminated them, and then we made like a little game or something like that, and put it in a folder, and had it in a little game section that the class could pick up and play at the desk, and this and that I
Yeah.
drew. I just thought that was always just very very cool.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
somebody really going above and beyond to kind of make a
yes,
connection with a kid and make them, feel like they're doing something that lends to their strengths and is important. That's super cool. Super, super cool.
absolutely, absolutely. All right. Now you're a dog person, of course.
I'm a dog
I,
person.
I lost my dog, a year ago, passed on,
Hmm.
Igor, but always grew up with dogs for the most part here. So, um, I saw a story about a guy named Arthur Murray, and he recently cloned his dog Stella.
Okay.
So she is a Marima sheepdog. He has a winery, so he calls that breed the perfect quote wine dog. So they chase off birds and etc. And his dog is getting a little older, and it's a rarer breed apparently. So he thought it'd be a good idea to clone her, so you kind of carry on the same dog or type of dog at the winery and live with. It's an odd thing too. Live with its own clone that's a little bit older, right? So
Okay. So being like
yes,
mentored by himself, basically, is what's happening.
Yeah. So there's pictures and stuff. So there's a place that does this, obviously. Uh, it's see, Viagen is the name of the company.
Okay.
It costs. You want to take a guess? What does it cost to clone a dog or a cat?
To
Any
clone a
idea?
dog.
I will,
I'm
I will tell you it's less than 100,000. I'll give you a hint there.
okay. So it's probably more than I initially thought because that ceiling is wildly high. Um, I'm gonna say, I'll say 20,000.
Okay, 50,000.
Holy shit!
50,000 to clone a dog or a cat, and they also clone horses for 85,000.
Oh, wow.
So the animal looks like the other animal, but you're not cloning its personality. You're just simply
Yeah,
cloning
the
what it
genetics.
the genetics.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So now he says again he's doing it because it's a good breed, it's good for the winery, this, that, and the other. But he understands that people don't necessarily agree with. Not everyone agrees with cloning in general. It could be painful for the the host dog, I guess, if you will, the host animal. I don't know. What are your thoughts in general
I have a
of
question.
cloning a dog or a pet? Go ahead, please.
I have a question first. So what breed was this dog?
It's
Or
a beautiful dog. There's pictures of it out there, but a Maremma, Maremma sheepdog.
okay. So it is
So
a
it's
it
not the
is a
last one on Earth. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So
So
yeah.
that was going to be my question is why couldn't you just get another dog for far cheaper if you especially if you're not cloning it to the extent of like it has the other one's memories and is its own same personality and like if it's just another dog that genetically matches the dog you had that's called getting the same breed, right?
I he,
Kind of.
that's I mean that's where I'm at in my head. I had the same question. You're not buying another for 50,000, I'm sure.
Right.
So I don't know.
Okay, so ethically speaking, you mentioned the horse thing.
Hmm.
Now, if you are, I could almost get behind the idea of the horse because people make money off of
For
horses. They do horse
breeding and horse
racing
racing,
and
yeah.
breeding, and it's worth a lot. There's a lot of money in horse racing. I could even understand where some rich asshole is like, it's worth it to spend 85 grand to get this horse that is like it's an investment, right?
I wonder if that's even against the rules. That's a whole other question. But anyways, I get what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
true, yeah. A pet is like that's weird. It's a weird thing to do because, like I said, if you're not, I would think it's insane to spend 50,000. I love my dog. I love Gizmo. He's daddy's
Hmm.
little sweet boy. I love that fucking dog. Um, there, I don't need another of him for. I would not pay $50,000. I wouldn't pay. What did he cost? Like 2,000. I wouldn't pay another 2,000. We've had our time together, right? It's a unique moment in time with that little soul, that dog,
Right.
right? Um, I, I don't. Why don't you just get another dog and like have that? You know what I mean? Embark on a new journey. Embark.
Yeah.
See this? Embark.
Mm,
Embark on a new journey, if you will, with your new companion, your new wine cane wine, your canine wine guy. All right,
mhm.
stop. But why not just do that again, right? Like I don't even have a problem with it. Like, it's not even like an ethical thing because I mean, it's a dog. Like, a dog's not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, a dog. I don't know how much of any of that they would even understand in the first place. I don't know that it's really a moral issue for me. It's just, why do you need to spend that type of money on having a specific dog when, as we said, you could probably just get that same breed for far less?
Yeah. I have all the same thoughts. I think I saw recently too, Nick, that Tom Brady, his current dog, I think either his current dog is a clone of his prior dog, or he's getting his current dog cloned, or there's something along that Tom Brady is doing or has done as well. But yeah,
That feels very on brand. That feels
Mhm.
like something Tom Brady would do. He's just that fucking weird. Like, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
I have another theory. Tom Brady is a clone of Tom Brady,
Tom Brady. Yeah.
the broadcaster. So yeah, we're going to dig deeper into that theory. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're just going to keep freezing a Tom Brady clone.
Yeah.
He's going to come back and you go, man, Tom
That would
Brady never
explain why
seems to
he
get.
keeps looking younger. As he
That's what I'm
keeps
saying. I mean,
aging.
he looks good, man. That guy's really taking care of himself.
Yeah.
You watch. Someday
Yeah.
it's going to come out.
He's fucking
Someday it's going to
Benjamin
come out.
Buttoning right before our eyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's just never aging. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Well, if you have thoughts out there, we want to hear your thoughts on cloning pets.
Yeah. Yeah, for
But I'm
sure.
with you. Just experience a whole new, like you say, experience a whole new personality, a whole new pet. Just, I don't know. I don't get it either.
It's a weird thing. Speaking of weird things, what's up,
Yo.
Dean? Zenial Dean, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yep. We're getting a watch for Zennial Dean for Christmas, Nick. That's what we're going to.
Yeah.
That's what's on your Christmas list.
Hope it's a pocket watch.
Mm-hmm.
Merry Christmas, Dean.
Merry Christmas, gentlemen. What's going on? What have I missed? What's going?
We're talking about cloning animals, and
okay.
pets and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, being that you just joined us, we can play this game with you too.
Mhm.
If you were told that you could clone a pet dog,
Mhm.
what sum of money would you guess that might cost?
To clone a pet dog, how much money? I don't know, $5,000.
Nope.
Times 10.
Yes.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, you got to think inflation, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. I remember when you used to be able to clone a parakeet for a nickel.
That's right.
Right?
Yep.
That's right.
Back in my day.
Yeah, that was the guy that cloned his dog, and he cloned his dog. He has a winery, and the younger clone is living. The older clone is still alive, so the older clone is sort of mentoring the younger clone, and it's a dog that helps chase birds away at the winery, that type of thing. So we got into conversation about cloning pets in general. So,
I also feel like almost every breed of dog would chase birds away.
yeah, well,
Like
yeah.
every single one.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine? Could you imagine if you had to clone yourself and you're still alive and you have to like train the new Brian to do Brian things? That's kind of, what would you teach your clone?
Just not put up with your bullshit and just to do a lot. That'll
That pretty much covers the bases. You'll be good.
Sure.
80%, 90% of the shows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Well, Jimmy Kimmel is making the news again this week, so we know.
Boo, a loser, low ratings, no talent, no one likes him.
Well, no one likes him so much they've just signed him to another year extension to do his show. So he will now continue to do it, Jimmy Kimmel Live, through May 2027. So I guess so much for, like you said, low ratings and talk shows being phased out, that type of thing. So
it's almost like people that say those things are making shit up. It's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good for Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, certainly all that was when he was temporarily shut down. That was, obviously a big news story with, freedom of speech and this and that and the other. So pleased to see him continue. I mean, honestly, I I have not watched the show in a while. I was a very avid YouTube watcher of at least the monologue for some time. It's just I haven't seen it lately, not because I don't want to. It's just my routine. It's just not as much time these days to listen as much as I would like to. But for him, he's certainly not let up on his views.
Yeah.
He's still relentless in talking about whomever he wishes. He's probably going to be more cautious with some more controversial topics, I'm sure, going forward. But good for him, good for Disney, good for ABC, as far as I'm concerned. And it will go whatever side he's leaning on. Just the fact that there's somebody out there expressing opinion and making jokes. I mean, leave him alone and let him do his thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if you don't like it, don't watch.
it's really as simple as that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean, any thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah. Well, congratulations. I think that's definitely needed. I think the not only the late night show, but like comedy in general is needed for that opposition, especially this day and age, to kind of hold a mirror up to society.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not all comedy or all comedians, but there is that certain sect of comedians that's what they do is they are holding up a mirror to society, and I think he does well at it, and I'm glad he's going to continue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also glad to announce. I don't know if anybody. I figured you would have heard about it in the trades or online somewhere, but we also signed an extension for like 2 more hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
congratulations for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think we're going to make 2 more hours.
Well, not of quality content.
Well, as soon as we announced that, by the way, so Paramount attempted to take us over, so.
Yeah.
But
But
similar
we're true
to that,
artists. We didn't sell out. So
that's right. We did not sell out, right? So
Yeah.
that right there, guys. I know you've seen some of this certainly in pop culture news, but Netflix and Paramount, the battle over Warner Brothers Discovery. So we know that there is a pending offer or an accepted offer from kind of a surprise to a lot of people that Netflix will take over Warner Brothers Discovery, and that also includes HBO Max, right? For 83 billion range, something along that line. And they won out on the bid over Paramount's initial bid. And now Paramount is attempting a hostile takeover to acquire Warner Brothers, right? So there's this whole big battle going on with that right now. So I'm like, I mean, to me, I'm like, I didn't really what is a hostile takeover?
Hostile
Basically,
takeover. Yeah.
yeah, it's something that it really is not a
Pretty-
common business practice. But go ahead.
Well, isn't it the idea that Warner Brothers has shareholders, and
Yes.
if
That's right.
if a higher bid comes in, they are forced to take the higher bid because you're there. When you have shareholders, you are there to make everybody money. So if they come up and offer an exorbitant amount, they're kind of forcing the hand of the shareholders to accept that bid.
Yeah, it's kind of that. I think you're appealing directly to the shareholders. So the
Correct.
shareholders could vote out the board apparently and kind of go a different direction. So you're trying to convince the shareholders basically that your bid is better for them. That's what you're trying to do. But it's a tactic that used to be more common years ago. I guess ironically by the father of the guy that owns Netflix or something like that had done it before or something. But anyway, that's what's going on right now in the news. We'll continue to watch who ultimately wins out. But the last I saw, I mean, Netflix's bid is still the bid that's been accepted so far. So One of the main things with that certainly is the CEO for Netflix has said in the past that the model this is where a lot of people are worried about, certainly in Hollywood, that Netflix is not good for owning Warner Brothers because Netflix is not going to continue the current model of creating these big movies, advertise, put them out in the theater, try to make more money that way, and then eventually, of course, they go to streaming. They're more worried that they're going to have a shorter theater run, maybe no theater run, and really just kind of put more of these onto the streaming service, which you're still making the movies, but I don't know if it's as you're not, maybe the creators aren't making as much with that model and this and that. So
No, there's a whole industry that would go away or be affected by that if theaters just
Well-
there wasn't as much coming out, and
Well, hold on.
that affects a lot.
Look at the idea of what Netflix is doing with Stranger Things. Come up, what is it, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? The final episode of Stranger Things is coming out.
Yeah, Christmas, they got a couple episodes.
Christmas, they're doing the second set of episodes, but the finale is going to be New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I can't remember which one. But that's going to be shown in theaters also. So people that have that want or need to watch, I think it's a one-day only thing in the theaters, and you can go and watch Stranger Things finale in the theater. So, I mean, they are showing that that they're not opposed to the theater situation. So I mean, maybe that's hope, I don't know, or maybe that's just a one-time branding thing. I don't know.
It's a great idea because you're double dipping, you know what I mean? People that want that experience to go to a theater and enjoy that thing and in person with other people that enjoy that thing, and you've never had that opportunity to do with Stranger Things because it's never it's always been a show and streaming. So I mean, that's kind of a cool opportunity to enjoy that in that way with other people,
right, on the big screen. And if they're planning on putting it on theaters, that they're planning on doing at least something visually impressive enough to warrant being in a theater.
Yeah, the CEO David Ellison for Netflix has said in the past that that model of is just outdated. He said that's not, if you happen to live in Manhattan where you can walk to a theater, maybe that's different, but most people can't, and it's just changing. That's not what the consumer wants anymore. So I don't know. What are your thoughts about Netflix in general owning Warner Brothers? Would you be worried about some big movies not making it to the theater? Do you care as long as they're still putting out good content and you have access to it at home or otherwise? What do you think, Nick?
Ultimately, I don't know. I feel like right now, it's Paramount owns Warner Brothers. So as far as who owns it, I don't know that it matters that much. Even though I don't go to as many movies as
Paramount's
I used
trying to get it. Paramount's trying to get it. That's what it is. It's Paramount versus Netflix is what it is.
Well, but also HBO has all of Warner Brothers properties now. Is that correct?
Yeah. So HBO Max would streaming. They would come with the sale.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but not the proper networks. Things like TNT, TBS wouldn't be included in that deal. Yeah, right. It's just the streaming and cable properties. They're the network.
The studio, of course.
The studios, the studio movie and stuff, but the networks themselves wouldn't be included in this, from my understanding.
Right. I think that's right.
Now, my fear, gentlemen, is not exactly, Netflix is going to take away theaters here and there. That could be worked out. That could, they could work things out like they did with Stranger Things. I have heard that Paramount is not just Paramount. The quote unquote hostile takeover. There's a lot of other people backing this Paramount situation. There are some nefarious ideas and people behind this to stop this. I know, and I'm not saying they're nefarious. I'm not saying they are or aren't. But the Saudis are part of this group of backing deal. there are a lot of and again, this is just what I've heard. This is probably not true. Look at the title of the show. I'm an idiot, but from my understanding, that there's some Trump backings, or not him particular, but some of his cronies and whatnot, and are part of this Paramount deal. So you look at what they did with CBS, forcing the 60 Minutes guy, the producer or whatever, to leave. What they did with Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, if you start getting some of these people that want to hold on to a certain idea of speech, right? That's the way I'll put that. I think that's scarier than not getting to see a movie a month after or see it 2 weeks after. That's my fear.
Yeah. I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. I know I've heard that, there's been some talk about, well, CNN should be sold as well. Clearly, you want that to sell so you could change the political views and this and that. That's a
Right.
whole other thing. But
See?
I mean, as far as the model of the consumer, well, you know what? It is changing. And if you don't wake up and realize that, then you're ultimately going to lose money. You can't continue just to put out some of these type of movies that aren't these. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, you don't have to like it or dislike it. It's just how things have been changing really ever since probably the pandemic, and it's really never going to go back. Really. I mean,
Think about it this way. It's not really just the pandemic. Look at it this way: is look at, all right, so say 20 years ago, what was a big screen TV back then? 50-inch, 55-inch, sold for $3,000. Now
Yep.
you walk into Walmart or Target and you can get a fucking 70-inch TV for a couple $100. And these TVs are crisp, they're beautiful. And then you now can see a theater size. And I'm saying this as comparison to your chair situation in your living room to the giant screen that you can see. So you have a theater quality
Sure.
experience at home. So it's not just the idea of like, oh, they can't get to the theater. Or they don't want to get to the theater. They have the theater in their fucking house.
Well,
We all
there's
have a theater in our house, in a
Sure.
sense.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you get a
Yeah, we
sound
talk-
bar and you get the
Yep.
big
Yeah,
screen. Everything.
so,
you
I mean-
can make it happen. Yeah.
Sure.
So- And I know you guys are like me. I would much prefer to see a big time movie at its day release or weekend release in the theater with that experience of the chair and the popcorn and it dark and you know what I mean, with other fucking strangers around you. I would prefer that, and I know you guys would too. But there's a lot of people that go, you know what? I don't need that.
Sure.
I'm fine with being with my loved ones around me and being in my fucking lazy boy. So I mean, it's not just the idea of it being the threat of the theater. We have the theater here, so that's part of it, I think.
Well, sir, and we talked about this recently too, and it's the cost too. I mean, like,
Sure.
Yeah, they're pricing
Like Nick
themselves
said.
out for a lot of people. Yeah.
exactly.
Like
You can't take 3, 4 kids to the movies on a regular basis. You just can't do it. It's just not budgeted accordingly anymore. So you just may as well wait to, maybe you're just going to see less movies in the theater. Period, and you're going to catch a lot of stuff at home. That's just what it is. So
I mean,
I don't know.
The devil's advocate argument to that, guys, is the idea of that we're now starting to pay $15 here, $15 here, $10 here to get all these streaming apps, where at the end you look at your bill and go, oh, I'm paying fucking just as much as I did for cable,
Right.
which I wanted to cut the cord for savings.
Right.
So now you're paying, you're ultimately, because when these companies come together and merge, that's ultimately just going to end up, the price is going to raise for all of us.
Sure. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's going to happen. So I think the argument for the theater is too expensive, it might be a different way of like you're paying your bill at the end of the month compared to shelling out $70 at the movie theater, but it's just going to be the same amount ultimately.
Yep. Yep. Well, I don't think it's going to change overnight. I think Netflix is still going to have a strategy for certain movies in the theater for sure. But there probably will be some movies that might have been previously put in the theater. Might be more of a Netflix. I've already seen that Batman 2 might be exclusive to Netflix when it opens up versus the theater
Now,
release. I don't know if it's true or not, but we'll see. But
Okay.
I'm sure there'll be more strategies like that as well. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying it's all comes down to and for us for the studios, it's all about pricing. It's all about money. It's all about affordability. It's all about what we can what they can do to make more money on their end. That's what they're in the business for.
Yep.
And we're here to save money, and that's why I'm here to tell you about Aaron Blake and Blake Insurance. Because Aaron Blake and Blake Insurance can and will save you money. Blake Insurance Group is an independent agency located right here in Barberton, Ohio, offering personal care and support for all of your insurance needs. If you need auto, home, business, or even life insurance, give Aaron a call. He's going to treat you with the honesty, respect, and care that you, just you, deserve. Call Aaron Blake at 234-571-5359 or find him online at theblakeInsuranceLLC.com for your free 5-minute quote today.
And when you do, tell
Man,
the idiots.
Did you freeze? Did you freeze?
Did you finish it, or did
no?
it
You
cut out
tried
on
to
me?
insult me and you freezed.
Did you finish it?
You freezed.
yeah.
You
finished
freezed it. You freezed it.
We finished it. So Christmas. This is Convincing Christmas 6. Nick will tell you about our main topic in a minute. But first, in our Ask an Idiot segment, real quick here, guys. So Allie asked me this question a while ago, and I put on our eventual idea list for Ask an Idiot. So we're going to pose it here. So, give me a toy or two where, as a child, you asked for it for Christmas, never got it. At the time, it was disappointing, right? What was it? And if you had the opportunity, even now, as a semi-adult, would you still want that gift? Nick, why don't we start with you?
So here's where I sound like a spoiled asshole. Okay, and I want to lay the groundwork for. I was an
This
only
is going to be
child,
shocking.
and I was spoiled. But I thought about this all evening, and I'm like, I can't think of anything that I really wanted that I didn't get ever. Especially if it was something. Here's the thing: were there things that I probably asked for but didn't get? Yes, I'm sure that happened, but it wasn't anything that was a big enough item or important enough for me to remember, right? So like anything that I really wanted or asked for, like it happened. You know what I mean? So like I said, I was an only child. I was also on one side of my dad's side. He was an only child, so I was literally their only grandchild. So those two dynamics mixing, I
Yeah.
spoiled the shit. They spoiled the shit out of me. So I couldn't think of anything. But I would like to take the time in this segment to pay homage to Myron Larrabee from Jingle All the Way, who the source of his trauma in life was as a child not getting his Johnny OMA one-man army gun, 7 guns in one. And he held on to that forever. That's why getting Turbo Man for his son was so important. So to all of those who either were not only children or not spoiled, my condolences to you. My heart goes out to you. You have my pity, and there you go.
All right. No, that makes sense.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I've got stuff that I wanted.
That's
And
all right.
I don't mean it like a shitty way. It sounds. There's no way to say it and not sound shitty. I can't think of anything.
All
Yeah,
right.
we were in a similar boat, Nick. That was only child, and that was the only grandchild from on my mom's side for
Yeah.
18 years.
Okay. So what did
yeah.
you not get? It brings me to that. What did you not get?
I'll go next then. Situation. So, one thing I asked for a few Christmases. Now, again,
A
this
few
is
Christmases.
a
Wow.
few. There was at least two, and I recall I definitely asked for this item on more than one mall Santa experience. What do you want for Christmas?
You'll shoot your eye out.
Mm. No, this is late 70s, 77, 78 era, right? Two of the hugest things at the time, as we know, Star Wars and Kiss.
Okay.
Absolutely humongous for young kids, young boys, right? So they had these Kiss dolls. I can't really even call them action figures because
They were dolls. They were Barbies.
they were tall. They were tall, posable. Now you could bend them in different poses. It wasn't like a Barbie where the joints didn't move, right? But they had bigger dolls, even for some superheroes like G.I. Joe. They were just taller. This is before the days of the Star Wars action figures really took off. Then it was different from there. But they were bigger dolls,
Yeah.
and they had all four Kiss figures. I thought that was the coolest thing. And I think it was it. It just sold the dolls in a Kiss outfit. They didn't have any other accessories that I was aware of. Whatever. I think it was like Miko or something like that. Now you can still find these things online today as a collector's item.
Yeah.
But
They didn't even come with guitars?
I don't think so. No.
No. On the
Nope.
back of the
Wow, okay.
box, there was a cardboard cutout of their
Yep.
instrument. Like Jeans had a cardboard cutout of the axe base that you could
I
cut out
didn't
of the
realize
box.
that.
Motherfuckers.
And, yeah.
Okay.
Brian, I had those.
You just okay.
Oh, he got him. He
All
got
right.
him.
No,
Okay.
I joke, but my dad had them because they were,
Okay.
like that was a collector's thing for him. And I don't even think he had all of them. I think he just had Paul and Jean. But he definitely had Paul. But it had a cutout on the back of the instrument, like out of cardboard.
Yeah, look up. You can find the old YouTube commercial. It's pretty funny. But yeah, never got them. And that was one of again, same deal. It was one of the few things that I asked for that I did not specifically get. I don't know why. It could have been expensive. Could have been the fact that my dad was like, "I'm not buying my son a doll." Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now,
Never got 'em.
was there a certain year, like you said, there are a couple years? How many years went by before you kind of like gave up on this Christmas wish?
It was at least 2, maybe 3, and that was
Okay.
it. And by then I was getting too old anyway, and not that. But then I got into Star
Dolls,
Wars
okay.
anyway.
Sure.
I got into Star Wars, and I didn't care about it as much. I
Okay.
I still like Kiss and everything, but I just kind of gave up on that. So, would I still want them today? Maybe. I mean, obviously, you'd be more of a collector's item today, and I think if you have them in mint condition, I think you probably sell them for pretty good. Of course, anybody
I would
buying them back
assume.
then, it would have been very rare. You would have kept them in the package and thought ahead that far. You probably wouldn't even done that, but yeah, I probably would. It'd be cool to have as a display item, perhaps these days. So
I've been in your basement, and I can tell you, yes, you would still like to have them.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, especially now with Ace passing on and everything.
Sure.
It's that much more of a thing, and we're going to lose the rest of them, at some point or another, of course. But yeah. Dean, how about you? Now you had. I'm sure as a child you got virtually everything you wanted as a child as well. Is that accurate?
There were 4 of us.
I got Kansas
so
soup.
I was a little outside your guys' realm. But there was one thing that I wrote to Santa every year.
Mm-hmm.
Every mall Santa I saw, whether he wanted me to send in his lap or not, or I'm not even real sure. A couple of them were actual mall Santas. But I sat on their laps and I told them all the same thing I wrote to Santa and sent it to the 75 North Pole Santa Lane. Every year from when I was able to write I think I just sent my last letter last week, and it was to be an only child like you two.
Yeah, well,
That's thinking
Mhm.
ahead right there. That's a loophole.
I wished
That way I can have whatever I
and
want.
dreamed, and I wrote to him. And every year I wake up wanting to be like Kevin McAllister in
Mhm.
Home Alone.
Yep.
And every Christmas morning I would wake up in disappointment to see my other siblings sitting around the tree.
Yep.
It was then that I lost faith. It was then.
Yep. 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 Every year, Don's like, nope, this year I'm giving you the same thing I gave you last year, a cigarette burn. Yep.
That's right.
This one
threw a
never
hawk
stops wanting. My God. It's wishing and asking Santa.
I'm like, could at
Oh
least
my
the dog
God.
cuddle with me? He goes, fine. And they throw a hawk of ham in my lap, and then the dog finally
Mhm.
came over.
Yep. Where do you want
What you
this
gonna
year,
do?
son? You get to pick the arm this year.
You're going to get to
That
a
was
Big Dipper in no time.
you guys don't even realize. I mean, I know you guys make jokes, but like you didn't realize when I was able to choose between arm and legs for the cigarette burns.
Mm.
Fuck, that was a special day.
Yes,
Sure,
that's
yeah.
nice. Yep.
Yep.
That was called my
13 years
40th.
old.
No, that
Oh,
was called my
40th?
my
Oh,
40th
man.
birthday party.
Man.
Yeah. I got to
That's pretty
finally
good.
choose an arm or leg.
You're a man
good.
now, son. Pick
That's
where you want it.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
By then, I developed a fetish, and I chose my dick.
Mm.
I want you to make my pee hole scream for Christmas.
I want you to give me a Jacob's ladder if you could.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
what do you expect?
All right. Yep. Well, while we're doing recommendations real fast, Dick, you want to recommend anything?
I'm just trying to think. The only thing I can recall. Well, so we talked about Stranger Things, so we're very much enjoying that. We're caught up on that, and it's been very good. So that was really good. I'll give you a recommendation, and then also a little light to the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I did not enjoy the first one, and I wouldn't really go so far as to say I super enjoyed this one, but it
Then why
was
are you
super. It was
recommending it?
certainly more I said a slight nod. It was definitely better than the first one. Certainly scarier for sure. But definitely a lot more action. So kids enjoyed it, and I found this one not horrible to sit through. So there's that.
Well, gleaming recommendation from Nick.
Well, I think we got a similar review recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will recommend. I've been watching Welcome to Derry. I just watched episode 7.
Oh, it's so good. I haven't got to that yet. I haven't got to that yet.
Yeah. And I won't spoil anything here, but what's interesting in this, they give you the backstory of Pennywise the clown, how he came to be. He was an actual dude. Yep. So you get the whole backstory, and Bill Skarsgård comes back and reprises the role. It just very. I mean, it's produced. The effects are good. It's very highly produced.
Movie quality.
Yes, it really is. It really is. And then it's just very good. So just check it out if you're a fan of the It's movies and Stephen King in general and everything. Just go check it out on Max.
Every episode, Carter comes to me and goes, "This one's my favorite." No, this one's my favorite episode. So every one just keeps getting better.
And the kid actors all fantastic.
Yeah, that lead girl is fantastic. That girl's a great fucking actress.
All of them. All the kids are doing
she's gonna
a great
be a
job.
star.
Yeah.
I know this is your favorite podcast, but there is a podcast out there that I just got turned on to. It is called Charles Dickens Ghost Stories. And the first episode is A Christmas Carol. And this old British guy reads the original because I guess I didn't know this, but before Charles Dickens wrote the book, he went on, stage tours reading this story. So it varies different from the book, but is Charles Dickens the original stage reading of A Christmas Carol?
Okay.
Is Charles Dickens ghost stories. And I guess he wrote a lot of ghost stories, which I didn't know. So I started subscribing, but we are just at the first, first episode is a two-parter. and it is a Christmas Carol. So I'd highly recommend that. Very cool. It's an old British guy reading it in like an old British. It's very cool. So
Now, will that download even if you're not wearing a tweed jacket with elbow patches, or
Mm.
will it still?
I'm telling you, if you're in the Christmas spirit and you like a Christmas Carol, it's really cool to hear that. So
Right.
I want to
Nice.
recommend that.
So we're going to take a break, gentlemen. That Nick suggested this evening. He's going to tell you all about that right after this.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell two enemies.
Five, 4, 3.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Convincing Idiots, Convincing Christmas special episode. I'm Millennial Nick alongside Gen X Brian and the Zennial Dean. And ladies and gentlemen, we thought what better way to ring in the holiday season than for our final segment, we are going to be reliving our own versions of the classic Christmas Carol. Gentlemen, the idea is you will
Some might say it's an idiot's carol.
It is an idiot's carol. That's right. So, you gentlemen, we will each be visited by 3 ghosts. Obviously, the ghost of Christmas past, present, and Christmas yet to come. Okay.
Mhm.
So you are going to give us a brief snapshot of your ghost. Who is your ghost? What is your ghost like? And what are they showing you? Very simple. So, in my head, I just figured we'd go around the table and first do past, and then all present, and then so on and so forth. So how's that sound?
Great.
Works for me.
All right. So let's start with Brian. Brian, give us your ghost of Christmas past visitor. Who is your ghost? What are they showing you? What do you want to see? What's going on here?
And do it in a British accent. Go.
Blimey. Now, as far as like your ghost is like, is it a family? Is it whoever you want? It's
Whoever
whoever
I
you
mean,
want.
whatever you want.
Yeah. I would say my ghost of Christmas past would be my lovely grandmother, Detra. That was my mom's mom. Just loved her to death. I mean, anyway, so was very close to her and my grandpa Detra. And what is she showing me? I think it's a combination of, to me, the Christmas Carol is like he's showing you things in your past that help make you who you are today, for good or for bad or whatever it is. These are fond memories or whatever it is, you know. So I think one thing she's showing me is simply just lovely family Christmas memories. When I'm a kid with my parents, I lost my dad several years ago. Just great memories as a kid there, memories at their house at Christmas time. All that's great. And then she would also remind me of some times of, very difficult perseverance. Yeah, one that comes to mind certainly is the difficulties that I had initially with was just wanting to see my kid and the challenges I had there. But I was able to continue to work through that, fight through that, and eventually, she was spending time with me at Christmas time and all that. And of course now, over the years, it's all that's very close and everything else. So yeah, just a combination of good family Christmas memories and difficult times that you should not forget about, that help remind you can work through some difficulties and help shape you, who you are today. Not a funny answer, but I thought it was more of a serious answer in my head. So that's
Yeah,
what you got.
I like
So
that.
yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Grandma's going to be like, Brian, this seems harmless, this interaction, but this is where you first encountered Dean Harvey.
Mm. Yeah.
What seems like a
Beware.
nice young fellow will now lock you into a lifetime of editing and
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have ran, shouldn't you have?
Yeah. Remember this time at Brewbakers in Fairlawn, Ohio? Yes.
But of course you couldn't have ran because you're pudgy. Look at you. I don't know why she was so mean at the end. I'm sorry. That was rude.
My grandmother would never uttered a mean word ever.
I know.
Shame on you.
I know.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
mischaracterization of
I
Brian's
know.
grandmother. Terrible.
Slander.
Mm-hmm.
Dean, Ghost of Christmas Past.
So let me paint the picture. I get out of bed. I am in my gown and my cap.
Mm-hmm.
And here is the Ghost of Christmas Past. See, let me tell you, in the original reading, the Ghost of Christmas Past is
Stop
kind
plugging this
of...
fucking podcast. Oh my God, just give us your
No,
answer.
I'm saying in general of the story, Ghost of Christmas Past is kind of a jerk. He's kind of a dick.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, who would make a good, like, just an annoying, obnoxious prick, right? So in my head, my
Is it
Ghost
you?
of I wish I would have thought of that, but no.
It's the ball headed me. What a weird thing.
It's me. Look at him. Oh, fuck. I wish I
What
would
will
have
you
thought of
show
that.
me, Spirit? Shut up! I'm interrupting you. Here we go.
I can't see you. Good.
Shit. I wish I would have thought of that, but no. See, I didn't think this was a personal situation. I went characters
Mhm.
and actors. So I went Steve Buscemi would make a great because in my mind this is a movie situation, and
Ah.
I am the Scrooge actor, and Steve Buscemi is my Ghost of Christmas Past.
I like that.
He's kind of dickish. He's kind of erratic and weird. And what Steve does is he's going to show me some of the most, because we're going on the idea of difficulties, in Christmas and in your life. So he's only showing me one for my Christmas fast, and he's going to show me the difficulty. I'm sorry, I have to get my composure to talk about this, but the Christmas that Nick gave us all COVID.
Such a long 1 year time ago.
It is in the past. It is in the past.
It is in the past.
Allegedly.
He gave us. He licked our drinks and gave us COVID, and I didn't get to have Christmas with my mom and dad. So my dad had to put. He put the cigarettes out on Nick. I got to miss that tradition because of Nick's COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So Steve Buscemi dickishly shows me Nick licking my drink when I wasn't looking, purposefully giving Brian and I COVID, and laughing maniacally into the Christmas night. That is what my Christmas past is.
Beautiful. Very good.
Nikolai.
All right.
Nikolai.
All right.
Who
So
visits
Nikolai
you?
is settling in, for his evening, and all of a sudden, all is quiet and still, and what appears but a fog rolls into the bedroom. Right as I'm laying down on my bed, a fog rolls in. It is a cloudy white smoke, and then behind it, suddenly a light shines through. It's becoming brighter and brighter. It's just a fog of white smoke, and then what do I see but one golden light in the center? It looks like a beacon almost. Through all this white clouded smoke, one golden shining light. and the shining, the smoke starts to dissipate, and as the image becomes clearer and clearer of this figure, that golden beacon is not a beacon, not a light, but yet the glimmer of a golden medallion, and that medallion belongs to. There again, here's my ghost of Christmas past.
Yeah.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, there again has had an illustrious past. Very, very illustrious indeed. So he's going to show himself to me and take me to my childhood memories. Barry Gibb is my ghost of Christmas past.
Excellent.
And Barry Gibb is going to take me by the hand, and he is
Sorry,
going
real
to.
quick, Nick. What is he wearing, please?
Well, Dean, he is wearing not only that golden, beautiful medallion, but also, as well, giant, triangular-shaped collared white.
Yeah.
He has a deep, plunging V-neck. It shows all of his chest hair, every single one of them. Too many to count, even. Too many to count. And to white bell bottoms, as well as, of course, his beautiful, spotless white boots. And then he will lead me, and Barry Gibb will show me what I would like to see. So that's the humorous part of my answer, is that it is Barry Gibb. But what I would like to see in my Christmas past is kind of a little bit to borrow from what Brian said, a mixture of past memories. Right, I remember 2 main stops we did on Christmas Eve. It was funny because in my family, I'll try to keep it short, but in my family, everybody wanted us on Christmas Eve, and nobody really gave a shit about Christmas Day. So, because for some reason, on my mom's side and my dad's side, Christmas Eve was equally as important. So my grandparents on my dad's side and my great grandmother's house on my mom's side, we would try to split them up evenly on Christmas Eve, and then we'd go to one and then the other. So Christmas Eve was kind of like the big to do because we'd hit both places, and then Christmas Day was kind of nice, was just kind of for us, and then if we had another stop or we wanted to see other people, we could do that. I think Barry Gibb is gonna lead me into my great grandmother's house. Got it. He's gonna say, "Here you go, young Nicholas. Take a look in there. There's your great grandparents. God rest their souls." And he's gonna show them to me and show little Nicholas with his mullet, opening up all his beautiful presents. And it's going to take me to Oma and Opa's house, and it's going to feel the anticipation all over again, just like he was a young boy. It's going to be fantastic. So that would be my ghost of Christmas past.
Beautiful.
Ghost of Christmas present.
Man.
The clock dings. Here comes the ghost.
Yeah, I think so. Man, who the ghosts are? I didn't put a lot of thought into who the ghosts are. You know what? You guys will be my ghost of Christmas present. How about that? You're a good representation
Tag
of
team.
where we are today. Yeah.
I've been dreaming about tag teaming you for a long time.
Yeah. Christmas coming early. Did I mention what I've been asking for Santa now?
No, but the ghost. What I'm seeing today is it's just a lot of good things in life today. Things that you think about, but maybe you don't think enough about them, or maybe you're not careful. You may take some for granted. Like I will peek in on, just the happiness of Joey and Peyton's place. Just them together, just having a simple night at home. Happy,
With
playing
Crazy
with
Callie
the
Doodle.
dog, Crazy Callie Doodle, exactly right,
Yep.
and Wesley the kitty and all that stuff. It just seemed legitimately happy, and certainly it would take me here, and Allie and I would just be here in our new home and recently engaged and all that stuff, and this would take me around to see my friends, things that. Just things that you just need to remember on a regular basis and be thankful for. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
So I think these are definitely things that I would see in today. Yeah, just very blessed in many ways, right?
During all of these During all
Yeah.
of these scenes, Nick and I are making fart noises and inappropriate jokes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say. Now that's a memory I remember. Dean's like, "Nah, I remember there's a thing about. There was a thing that a wrestler did that was similar.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. Yeah, but that's okay too. That's okay too.
Part of
Just
your
like this
present.
podcast, it sounds like in your recollection of Christmas present, just like in this podcast, you don't really need
Yeah.
us to be there, but we are. So that's
Right.
nice. I like that.
That's right. There you go. Perfect.
We're actually, one of the scenes is we're going to show you this podcast just so Nick and I can look at ourselves
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
stare glazingly into our own eyes.
Yeah.
Going,
Yeah.
I'd fuck that.
Isn't this great? It's great.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you just tear that up?
Yeah, you're picking on me editing the show. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's what it's like. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
you took that out too. Okay,
Mhm.
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he cut that joke on mine? I didn't even, I was too drunk to even remember making it. Damn it.
He had to edit the read last week. Yeah, that's crazy.
Every week he has to do it.
Oh yes, sometimes for hours on end because there have been so many bad takes.
Yep.
Slow beads of sweat dripping down his face.
B, what about you? What's in the present?
Okay. Oh, my present is again, I'm going to revert back to the original like movie story, and the Ghost of Christmas Present is a giant. He's flamboyant, and he's got he's got all the food in front of him, and he's just a Christmas feast, and he is the embodiment of Christmas and masculinity, and this is why it's John Goodman. John Goodman is my Ghost of Christmas Present, and
Okay.
he's going to take me into a journey. And I wanted to be funny about this, but I'm actually going to go on your guys' lead from previous and go a little serious. And my Christmas present and the joy that I see is, you guys know that I'm a divorced fellow. And now I have a girlfriend, and she has a daughter, and now we are a Brady Bunch-esque mixture. So they're
A blended family.
a blended family. There's the two of us with my son and her daughter, and I see the past few years of the kids together, growing up together and opening presents together, or sitting. Some of my greatest memories, just in general life, lately is our dinners. When we have the kids and we have the dinners, the Christmas trees in the background, the lights up on the window there, and we're all just sitting around, just belly laughing at together every night, where it's not just eat your peas and ask you how your day was. I mean, we're belly laughing and just enjoying each other's company. And the kids are, one's 14, one's 10. They're not hanging out on a regular basis, but at dinner time they are. At dinner time, the four of us are, and everybody's laughing and getting along. And the other day they were high fiving, and just the joy that I have in my heart, that I hope they actually know that I have, to have the four of us together, and enjoying moments like that, because I know it's fleeting. I understand that they're going to get older and they're going to go do their thing and they're going to do this thing, but for the brief time I have them, for those dinner time moments, sitting around the table as a family, as a blended family, and just seeing the love. I am able to, especially at this age, I'm able to step back kind of outside myself and enjoy the moment when I'm watching, of the love and the laughter and the fun that we have as a family at those times. Again, like, it's not going to last. They're going to grow up, go to college and all that. But I understand what this is as the present, and that's what John Goodman will show me, is the laughter and the frivolity and the fun that we have together. So I know wasn't like you said, Brian, wasn't very funny, but that one made me think. So Present made me think. So that's what John Goodman, as he eats a giant turkey leg, shows me.
Nice.
That was beautiful.
Lovely.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Break that sappy fucking shit up. Yeah, fucking pussy.
No, I'm kidding. That was great. That was very, very, very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Nick?
All right, so I've just been visited by Barry Gibb here. So quite the follow up. And as the smoke settles, I'm waiting for my next over the top illustrious, ghost to visit me. And as the smoke clears, and I'm waiting for my next visitor, I hear the pitter patter on the floor of someone walking towards me, and I'm expecting this crazy entrance, and all of a sudden, out from behind the dresser there comes just a little fella, little creature. Little creature that we've seen in Christmas films before. And it's none other than Rizzo the Rat. Rizzo the Rat is here to be my ghost of Christmas present. I say, Rizzo the Rat, aren't you supposed to have some giant, smoky, foggy, impressive light show, some entrance? No, because Rizzo the Rat's just a street rat. And he says, honestly, you fucker, you should just be happy that there's a Muppet in your house on Christmas Eve. Count your lucky stars and we're going to move along. The best way, young Nicholas...
Rizzo went PG-13.
The best way, young Nicholas, for you to appreciate all that you have is for me, the ghost of Christmas present, to show you all the people in your life who are less fortunate than you and don't smell so good, like a rat. So I'm going to take you to the houses of all the people that you look down upon all year and show you their sad Christmas. That way you can appreciate what you have. And that will truly bring me joy to see. I mean, I feel that I'm lucky, but if I see people less fortunate than me, like the poors, I will feel better even yet about what I do have. And I feel like Rizzo the Rat is really going to drive that point home.
Sure.
And so, yeah, Rizzo the Rat is my ghost of Christmas present. And he's just going to show me all the less fortunate people in my life. And I'll just kind of go, yeah. And then we'll move on.
How many people from work do you just went smell wise? How many?
There's a few. Yeah, there's gonna see some familiar faces. Let's just say. Yes.
There's so many names I want to say, but I'm not going to this podcast.
But you can't, because we're too popular and this podcast is too fucking big.
That's
so
right.
They'll definitely know.
That's right.
But you know who you are. That's right. Yeah.
Well,
Brian,
gentlemen,
we're moving on
just
now.
before
the clock has... Yep.
Just before chime midnight.
You got it.
The clock has just chimed or just before midnight, 11 o'clock, so to speak. The clock chimes, and you are receiving your third spirit.
Yeah, how ironic the clock is chiming in the background here. As soon as you said that, that was weird. Yeah.
It's called showmanship, Brian. It's called showmanship.
That's right. That's right.
I have a hard time believing that you are that in control of time management after your appearance today. So calm down.
I think Mike goes up sometime.
I think my ghost of the future will be two young people, a young man and a young woman who seem familiar, but I don't know. Right. But good-looking young people, they visit me and they show me the future, and what I'd like to see in the future is, I mean, I guess sometimes in the future it could be a warning perhaps, or it could just be showing you good things going on in the future for your life and all that. So I'd like to see that how Allie and I are doing, that we're an older couple still doing well.
How much older can you get, man?
You can get a hell of a lot older, man. Get a hell of a lot older. and see how look in on my friends and see how my friends are doing and everything, um, and how Peyton and Joey are doing. But then I as I find out by the end of the evening that the two younger people that seem familiar to me would be my future adult grandchildren. How about that? So that I may not
Nice.
see as too old of an adult by the time maybe that happens or doesn't happen. But yeah, I like that thought to be able to meet future adult grandchildren that I may not be able to necessarily experience. So that's what I got. Dean, how about you?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, when that clock strikes and the cloaked figure comes out, the final specter joins me in my bedroom, my four-post bed, and with one giant finger points at me and says, with the motion of "come here." And then as I join him, he pulls back the hood, and it is Andre the Giant. 1970s, 1970s Andre the Giant with the giant afro.
Sure.
And he leads
Princess
me.
Bride,
Princess Bride. Yep. Actually, pre-Princess Bride. He's still got the
Okay.
frizzy hair.
Okay.
So Princess Bride, Andre the Giant leads to show me the future of what may come for myself and my loved ones.
It's just Megan laying in bed going, "Is this ever going to happen?"
And I'm down there, you Jesse, my eyes.
Hey.
I'm trying. What he shows me is a stage. This stage, I look around and I look out into the crowd. There's people all over. It's a giant crowd. They're cheering and they're chanting.
Of course.
And I don't understand what's happening. And I'm like, well, I thought, Spectre, you were supposed to show me something bad. And he's like, oh, this is good. And then I see us three come out on stage, slightly older gentlemen, because it's not that far in the future. And it's our global podcast Christmas event for our 20th year. Our podcast global Christmas event. And our first
the Dancing Theater Company.
No, this is goddamn Rockefeller Center. This is the global event. We are stars, and our fans are clamoring. And our first guest is John Hamm. We have
longtime favorite of the show.
Absolutely, and our beloved fans are enjoying us. And I said, Spectre, this seems like a beautiful, ideal situation. Why are you showing me this? And he says, look upon this. And that's when, as we go off the stage, one of the directors comes up to Nick and says, let me tell you, kid, I'm going to make you a star. He goes, and Nick says, oh my God, that's great. The three of us are going to be bigger than. Could it get any bigger? He goes, oh, you've run your course with these idiots. It's time to make you a star.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick walks off with him, and I realize, and Andre says, it's not you who's the miser, it's Nikolai. And I'm like, oh my God, this has been Nikolai's situation all along. From my childhood to COVID to now, this is me showing what Nick. This is Nick's. I need to change Nick.
My story.
I said, Andre, are you showing me that I need to change Nick for Christmas of all time? He goes, well, yeah, dummy. That's why I thought it was a given. So I said, well, I'm going to wake up in Christmas morning and I'm going to run out and get the biggest goose there is, and I'm going to give it to Nick in hopes that it will change his spirit and his tiny little Nick heart, and that way when that guy comes up on stage, off the stage, and says, it's time to make you a star, he goes, you know what? I ain't going anywhere without my fellow idiots. Now, will that happen? Who knows?
No.
Only time will tell.
We'll find out next year.
So that is my
Lovely.
Ghost of Christmas future.
All right.
Of course. Fantastic. Okay, so all right. This, the clock has struck. Is it 11 o'clock?
11
Is that
o'clock.
what it is? Is that the last ghost? So, as you know, this one can kind of be a little shaky, especially if you're familiar with the Muppet
Mhm.
Christmas Carol. Gets a little weird, gets a little scary, and mine's a lot like that. This time a new fog rolls in, right? But it's very dark and ominous. The sky turns black and gray, and seems like this dystopian wasteland all of a sudden. Everywhere I look around, I can't make out anything. And all of a sudden, I see this giant 6-foot something frame approaching me, just complete silhouette, all in black. And all of a sudden, the hand reaches out to me, and it is none other than my ghost of Christmas yet to come. And a voice calls out to me from the smoke, dressed all in black leather, and says, "Come with me if you want to see your Christmas future." And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator fame, of course, which is fitting for this profile. And, of course, a Christmas classic. Howard Langston from Jingle All the Way is standing right before me. Arnold Schwarzenegger is standing before me, and he says, "Nicholas, you are coming with me." And he's going to show me all these things. He's going to show me a little bit of my children who have grown up to be nice and strong and healthy. It's because they look at them and they're all carrying on, and they're laughing, and they're having a good time, and they're eating their Christmas gooses, and they're drinking the protein shakes. Everyone's feeling fantastic. And then he shows me Robin, and she's happy, and she's carrying along with the children. And then finally, he brings me to, of course, where my final resting place is, my gravestone. And I say, "Arnold, why are you showing me this?" And he says, "Because, Nicholas, this is your future. If you do not change your ways, if you keep worrying all the time and thinking about what the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to do, you're going to send yourself to an early grave. You're going to have a heart attack. It's no good for your heart. It's no good for your cholesterol. And all the drinking during the playoffs is bad for your health. You can't continue on this way anymore. Don't you see? You have to change your ways." I clutch onto his leather jacket and his giant bulging muscles, and I say, "Arnold, please show me. Do the Toronto Maple Leafs ever win a Stanley Cup?" And he will say, "Nicholas, this is the exact reason you lay in the ground, you idiot. Don't you know you have to not care? Look at your family. Look how beautiful and wonderful. No." That is my ghost Christmas future. Will he reveal to me if the Maple Leafs win a Stanley Cup? I don't know. But he will show me the errors of my ways, and he will show me the Christmases yet to come and my beautiful family. Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's no other way to end my Christmas.
Beautiful.
A
Beautiful.
good warning. A good warning. That's right.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, another good warning, guys. The end of Convincing Christmas 6.
That's right.
Yep. The clock has struck midnight on this episode.
Mhm.
So, and another fantastical year. I mean, we'll be doing another episode or two before the year's out, but it's been another wonderful, joyous, jolly, convincing Christmas. So if you've not done so already, please be sure to find us on all your favorite social media accounts. You can find links to those on our link tree, which is go to Google, type in Convincing Idiots LANKTREE. Follow those links to all of our social medias. You can also go to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. So, for the 2025 episode of Convincing Christmas, I am Holly Jolly Millennial Nick.
I am the Zennial Dean.
And next, Brian, a.k.a. Millennial Santa.
Have we convinced you that we are the only way to celebrate the holidays?
God bless us, one and all. Hey, Dean with Convincing Idiots. Brian and Nick here. Like and subscribe.
Ham gravy.
Mm. This week in episode number 271 of the Convincing Idiots podcast, it's Convincing Christmas 6. And Millennial Santa and my friends here are going to give you a chock full of holiday topics and many. It's terrible. It's terrible.
You're fighting for
Nobody
your
wants
life
to
there.
listen. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
listen to our show if you tell them it's terrible, Brian.
Yeah.
I can't in good faith tell you to listen to this.
It's terrible.
No.
Nobody wants to listen to it. It's
All
terrible.
right, one more. When I said chock full, I'm like, what am I saying? Forget it.
Oh, wait.